Hello everyone, I welcome you at our Friday Yapi Corporate Webinars channel. My name is Yana and today I would like to offer you to talk about collocations, in particular business collocations. So what is a collocation? It's two or three or more words that often go together, that occur together more often than not. And why it is important to know collocations? Because they just sound right to native speakers. They are natural if you use them, and you will be surely understood if you use them correctly. On the other hand, if you use your collocations incorrectly or just try to translate from your own language, you might be misunderstood and your message may be understood not correctly or not clearly. Okay, so today I offer to work on lots of business collocations, which will be useful for you in your everyday life and work, of course. So let's get started. How are we going to do that? You can see different colorful blocks of words, like for example, the first is a green one, and I offer you there several words like daily, weekly, demanding, grueling, and hectic. What is your task? You have to look at all these words and try to think which one noun can match all of these words. The thing is that this noun can stand on the first place to make a collocation or on the second place. It does not matter, but it will be the same in all cases, right? So let's see how it works. Like to all of these words, the word schedule is a match, right? So let's check it out. You can say daily schedule, weekly schedule, demanding schedule, grueling schedule, and hectic schedule, right? Grueling is kind of very difficult and exhausting. Hectic, it's kind of fast and messy. So if you don't know some of the words, please consult the dictionary so that you can enrich your vocabulary. Now next comes recognition, awareness, image, identity, and name. To all of these words, the word brand is suitable, right? So let's talk brand recognition, brand awareness, brand identity, and brand name. Brand recognition is how well your brand is recognized. Brand awareness is how easily people know about your brand, how much they know about your brand, yes, and how famous is your company or a brand. Other words are more or less clear, like brand image and brand identity. Okay, next comes plan, lunch, trip, partner, investment, and acumen. I think maybe the last word may be a mystery for you, all others are clear, so try to think. What word is suitable? What collocates with all of them? That's right, it's the word business, business trip, right? So business plan, business lunch. And of course, business acumen. It's kind of your ability to make good decisions and be smart and shrewd in different situations. So that means you have business acumen. Next comes exchange, market, index, and options. Of course, this is stock, yeah? Stock exchange, stock market, stock index, and stock options. Everything connected with shares and with a place where you can buy and sell shares of your company. All right, next comes ballpark, preliminary, rough, and conservative. What can it be? That's right, it's estimate. So you can have a ballpark estimate, a preliminary estimate, like approximate, yes, roughly speaking, yes, there is also such collocation, and conservative. Okay, next comes informal, written, tacit, and trade. What do you think it is? You're right, it's an agreement. So you can have an informal agreement, a written agreement, which is very important. What about tacit agreement? It's the one that you think you're supposed to have, but you didn't express it directly. So it's like a supposed agreement, okay? Good. So I hope that you have memorized at least some of these collocations. And guys, we move on and have the next round. So next round consists of lots more words, and let's try to use our acumen to think what collocation matches to them. Prohibitive, escalating, rising, overall, estimated, and additional. Cost, that's right, all connected with money. So prohibitive cost means very high. So expensive that it almost prohibits you to buy something or to be able to possess something. Okay, payer, law, measures, reform, credit, and exemption. We are all taxpayers, right? So taxpayers, tax law, tax measures, Tax exemption, guys, it's when you are free not to pay taxes, right? So you are free from paying taxes. Next, a couple of words: emergent, digital, information, modern, and state-of-the-art. That's right. Of course, this is technology thanks to which you're watching this webinar right now, because it is modern and state-of-the-art, so the newest one. Next is clear, unfair, competitive, strategic, and comparative. Think, when you're applying for a job and there are several candidates, what competitive do you have? You have competitive advantage, yes, if you want to get this job. So sometimes you can have a very clear advantage, yes, which is a distinctive, or unfair, yeah, when somebody is exempt from paying taxes and you are not, it's unfair advantage. Okay, let's move on. Natural, human, adequate, scarce, and renewable. What can it be? Right, resources. So people are exploring natural resources, renewable resources of energy right now. There can be human resources department in your company, and scarce resources means that they are not enough. Okay, they're limited. Okay, last portion at this page: raw, recyclable, promotional, educational, and instructional materials. That's right. Your teacher can offer you some instructional or educational materials. Raw materials, this is something from which products are made, yes. So used in production. Recyclable materials, this can be, for example, packaging, which can be recyclable and it doesn't pollute our environment. Okay, guys, the last, so don't worry, it's the last portion of collocations for today only, comes like this: inalienable, basic, fundamental, equal, and human rights, right, guys? So our rights are fundamental and human, and if nobody can take them away, it means they are inalienable rights. So these are your rights, nobody can limit them, yeah, limit you from them. Next one: coverage, premium, claim, broker, and agent. It all sounds like connected with insurance. So insurance coverage, insurance premium, insurance claim, broker, and agent. Okay, next comes exponential, explosive, steady, long-term, economic, population, growth, right? So there can be a steady growth of your company, or economic growth of the country, or exponential growth of sales, right? Or explosive, which means very big and boom and bust. Okay, near, distant, foreseeable, and immediate future. You are right. So near future and foreseeable future is quite close from us now. Distant is quite far, and immediate, it's almost just like right now. Yeah. Okay, next comes placement, line, range, design, and development. When you go to the movie and you see a lot of brands in the film, you see such process as product placement, right? So all of these words are connected with products. So there can be product line and range in the shop, which you can see product design and development. And finally, we have extensive, vast communication, social, and television network, right? You are now watching our webinar on some of these networks, right? Communication networks. Okay, guys, I'm sure that that was quite a lot of collocations. However, well, if you spend your 20 minutes time for learning them, it will do only good for you. And of course, I prepared some extra tasks. So now we're going to pay attention at the most difficult ones, and maybe at those that you didn't know. So I offer you to look at some slides. Okay, so now let's look at definitions of the most interesting and tricky collocations for today. So the first one is grueling schedule, which is a very difficult timetable requiring great effort. Okay, next collocation is ballpark estimate. This is approximately correct. Yeah, so this is approximately correct estimate, which means ballpark. Okay, prohibitive cost. Cost so high that people are prevented from using or buying something. Business acumen. The ability to think clearly and make good decisions, keenness of perception, or shrewdness. Tax exemption. freedom from being required to pay taxes, scarce resources, very small in amount or number, not plentiful, state-of-the-art technology, the level of development as of a device, procedure, process, technique, or science reached at any particular time, usually as a result of modern methods. Inalienable rights, impossible to take away or give up. Tacit agreement, expressed or understood without being directly stated. Okay, guys, so you have paid attention to the most difficult collocations of my today range of collocations. Now it's time to do some matching. Okay, 1 second. Okay, so please look at the words on the board and try to match the words that go together so that collocate, and I will help you with that. Okay, so brand what? The very bottom of the list. Brand awareness. This is how well customers know about your brand and are aware of it. Okay, next one, stock. Stock what? Stock market, yes. It's a place where you can buy and sell shares. Okay, next one, rough. Rough, evaluation or estimate, right? We also had a phrase like ballpark estimate. Okay, competitive. Competitive, that's right. Advantage. If you have a competitive advantage, you're going to get any job you want. Next one, raw. Raw materials used in production process. Next one, vast. Network, right? Means big and wide network. Next one, equal. Equal rights. All people in the world have equal rights. Insurance. Coverage. Insurance coverage. This is the money paid to cover your expenses. Okay, steady growth. Steady growth. So it means if your company has steady growth, it means that it grows day by day, yeah, but steadily. Okay, and the last one, immediate future, right? So guys, in the immediate future, you're going to do one more gap fill exercise. So please have a look. Okay, so this is the sentence that you need to complete with some words from the collocations that I have just explained to you. So please read the sentence and think what matches there. These days, I have a really hectic, that's right, schedule. Her trip to Amsterdam was really exhausting. Her business trip. We didn't estimate correctly all additional costs. Tax was an unfair advantage. Tax exemption. There has been a growth of sales. An explosive growth of sales. Okay. Next comes, our packaging is produced merely from materials. Recyclable materials. People are actively exploring renewable resources of energy. I noticed a lot of product in this film. Placement, product placement. Rights are the rights regarded as belonging fundamentally to all people, human rights. A stock is a system or place where shares of various companies are bought and sold. A stock exchange. Okay, so you have successfully completed exercises on today's topic, business collocations, and you've done a very good job. And at the end of our webinar, I would like to give you some advice on how to memorize and learn all of these collocations. So first of all, you have to do it regularly. So when you're learning some new words, don't learn it separately. try to learn it together with words that collocate with it. For example, if you study the word remember, learn it like remember vaguely, remember exactly, remember correctly. Okay, so these words collocate with it. It will be easier for you, and for our mind and brain, it's easier to remember some blocks or clusters of information, not a separate word. Also, you can make associations personally to you, right? Maybe you remember exactly something, right? Or you remember vaguely some mathematics which you had studied at school, right? So memorize them in blocks. Always revise what you have studied, because as you have seen today, there are lots of collocations, right? So if you don't revise them, they're going to well, get away from your memory. And also read actively. So reading is the best way to see how naturally, business collocations work or any other collocations work, and just not make a mistake in the future, right? Because that will not just sound right, and you will feel maybe embarrassed while talking to some native speaker. So I wish you good luck in learning collocations. Stay with us. We're here every Friday. Bye bye.